Okay, day 6, hormone replacement therapy. Last night I went out to dinner with friends, and by the end of the evening I was just on edge and irritable, and I kept it inside. I didn't have any reason to be irritable. Everyone was nice, and you know, just it was a normal evening. But toward the end of the evening, I just felt tense, and I don't know why. Sometimes I think that the tension is subconscious worrying about what's going to happen next with this whole menopause thing. Because even though I may be 50, in my mind, I don't feel 50. Even though I'm starting to lose my memory, and the menopause fog that sets in sometimes is really just horrible, and the joints and the aches and pains and all of that, and the migraines especially. One thing, it's been about, I don't even know, maybe 45 minutes, an hour since I rubbed my hormones into my forearms, and I just polished off a huge ham, turkey, cheese, onion, mayonnaise, bagel sandwich. So yeah, there's a lot of crap that comes with it, but I was ravenous, and I've noticed that a little while after I put on the cream, I feel like I can eat, just everything in the fridge. So the fridge comes in handy for, satisfying that urge to eat everything in there. And then also when I have a hot flash, for opening it up, leaning in, and getting cooled off. Ironically, last night, before dinner, we went to True Food, which is it's kind of a chain, but it's a healthy sort of trendy place. And it was so cold in there to me, and no one else felt cold, but I was shivering. I had chill bumps on, and I had a cardigan on. I was like, what the, so menopause, seriously, it sucks, people. It sucks, and you don't know, who's going through it, because they can look normal on the outside, but on the inside, their hormones are just all out of whack, and they feel edgy and tense, and then, sometimes they're just in a fog. So, just be aware. And it's like this thing that I keep seeing on Facebook that says, don't judge people by the way they look or whatever, because you don't know what someone is going through on the inside. And nothing could be more true. I can smile and say, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. When on the inside, it's like, I feel like a monster. And that's part of the problem. Everyone downplays menopause. We don't talk about it because nobody wants to hear about it, right? Men don't want to hear about it. I've said it again. It just makes them, But, so when you go through it, you're thinking, is something wrong with me? Because I'm having a really hard time with this. And when you feel like, oh my God, I'm abnormal because I'm having issues with this, I want to, scream. Everybody else is like, oh, get over it, take your hormones, it'll be fine. And I would like to say this to all of the male gynecologists out there. You've never experienced what women experience. whether it's an exam, whether it's childbirth, menopause. So don't sit in your office. I'm lucky I have a wonderful female doctor, but I've had some male doctors in the past that were insensitive and poo-pooed everything. But let me tell you, male gynecologists out there, don't make a woman feel worse by telling her, it's not that bad, you should be able to deal with this. It's every woman goes through this. It's true, okay? But there are varying degrees. So please, male gynecologists out there, be sensitive. And I've had some good gynecologists and I've had some bad gynecologists. I've had some bad female gynecologists. My gynecologist now, I'm not going to say her name, but she's fantastic. She is sensitive. Another thing about menopause, I think I'm going to cry just because I feel lucky that I have a great doctor. And she's sensitive and caring. And the last time that I was in her office and I burst into tears and told her that I felt like I was going crazy, she put her arms around me and she hugged me and said, "It's going to be okay. This, you got to get through it. I know it's really tough." She was sensitive. So male doctors, I know that's probably a little too much for you to put your arms around your patient, because then, you're worried about them suing you for some kind of harassment or whatever. Just be sensitive and don't underplay the crap that is going on for someone who isn't having an easy time of it. Because you don't know what it's like. And if you're really brave, I challenge you to do it. Do some hormone replacement therapy and see what it's like. Modern medicine, I'm telling you, if men had to go through this crap, there would be a lot more advancement in this area. A lot more. You guys cry with a cold, with a chest cough. "Oh, I'm sick." You don't know sick. Okay, I realize that I'm turning into a crazy ranting menopausal bitch right now, so I'm going to pause. So let me just say, doctors, be sensitive that it's not easy for all women, that there are varying degrees of severity of symptoms. Don't say you shouldn't feel like this when someone feels like this. Don't say it. And men out there, if your wife or your girlfriend or your mother is going through menopause, be sensitive. Don't call mom a bitch. Don't call your girlfriend a bitch. Don't call your wife a bitch. Understand. My sons are 9 and 11. They, and I can contain my crazy. I sometimes have to leave the room to contain my crazy, but I can contain my crazy. But for those of you who may have partners or relatives or friends who can't contain their crazy sometimes, and maybe they say or they just get in an irritable mood for nothing sometimes, forgive them. Hopefully they'll apologize, but forgive them, because it's kind of like trying to control hunger when you haven't eaten for 2 days and there is a huge pizza in front of you. When your hormones are fluctuating, you can't help it if you cry at a cereal commercial. And looking at the person who's crying at a cereal commercial going through menopause and all of these hormone fluctuations, looking at them like they're crazy doesn't help. It just makes us cry harder. So men, be sensitive. And for all of you other women out there going through this same crazy journey, nightmare, whatever you want to call it, hang in there. Don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to tell your doctor, if you have a doctor that underplays your symptoms, that he needs to listen to you or she needs to listen to you. Find another doctor. And let me tell you, not all female doctors are sensitive. One of the worst gynecologists I had was a female, and now I have one of the best, and she's a female. I've also had good male gynecologists. One of the best I ever had was in Europe, and he studied at Johns Hopkins. And when I first met him and walked in the room, I was terrified. He was like 6'4", 250 pounds. I thought, oh my God. But he was the most gentle, sensitive, caring, and understanding guy. And that's what we need. Because let's face it, people, when you're on your back, spread-eagled, and somebody is down there, you know, looking at you, messing around with you, and it's not your partner, it's not someone that you are, you know, involved with or what have you, it's tense and uncomfortable, and you just feel so exposed. So for God's sake, doctors, be sensitive, and even more so, menopause. Oh my God. I've been through a lot of things in my life. I'm 50 years old. I was in the military for 21 years. I worked as a defense contractor and, you know, going through sequestration, government shutdown, and all of that. I've been through a lot of stuff. It pales kind of in comparison to this, although that could be because I'm going through this right now. Anyway, I've been rambling on and on and on. And so what I'm going to try to do now is use this rambling and this fog that just kind of settles in. And I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to clean. I'm really achy. My joints are sore, so I'm going to have to be slow about it. But I can't do anything, you know, that requires clear-headed thinking. I just can't because I'm in a rambling fog. So I'm gonna go clean. I'm gonna clean my kids' room. I'm gonna clean the bathroom upstairs, the guest room. It'll take me all day because even though I'm in fairly good shape, and you know, I did have surgery 2 weeks ago. My joints are killing me from all of these hormone things. I've got a bit of a headache. I've taken some Tylenol. But if I don't do something, I'm going to go crazy. So I'm going to go clean. So maybe that's what menopause is going to do for me. Even though I'm a bit OCD and a clean freak already, maybe it's going to go, you know, the bar's going to be raised. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, day 6, hormone replacement therapy, rambling on and on and on. My message, be sensitive, not just to women going through menopause. Be sensitive to everybody out there, folks, because you don't know what someone's going through. They might look okay on the outside, but you don't know what they're going through on the inside. Be sensitive.